Hey, I'm Jensen Harper. I love the YMCA. I work at Antioch Church. I work with some of our youth, and I love this place. And this month's core value is faith. I'd love to spend a few minutes talking to you about faith. And I wanted to tell you about a trip that I took to Egypt recently for the YMCA. I was just in Egypt, and we were on the way home in a country I've never been before, over the Mediterranean Sea. And then all of a sudden, massive gust of wind, and the plane's wings start flapping uncontrollably. And in that moment, anxiety and fear started rising up in me. And I started to get, honestly, really afraid. And a lot of life is just like this, is that we live our lives based off of what we see, things that we can touch, feel, experience. And sometimes it can rule our emotional and spiritual state. But in the Bible, actually, in 2 Corinthians 5, it says this, that we are to walk by faith and not by sight. What this means is that God calls us to walk by what we know, not actually what we see, think, feel, experience. The problem with this, though, is that it's very difficult to do that. We're called to do it, yet it's challenging. And since it's not natural for us, what are we to do? In fact, in the book of Hebrews, it says that God is the perfecter and founder of our faith. What would it look like for you to actually ask for God to produce a faith in you that is unnatural to all of us? That it is so easy to live by what we can think, taste, feel, touch. But rather, what would it look like for you to ask God to produce a faith in you that He wants to see in your life? And I wonder what would happen to some of our anxious thoughts, fears, doubts, and concerns when we trust in who God is and what He wants for our life, living by faith and not by sight.